welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a video. We're going to pour a mold, and it's going to be Valentine's themed. I got an order in from Bond Craftor, and it is a collab side. They sent me their new polyurethane kit. I am going to probably back the mold in the polyurethane because they sent me they also sent me the fast set resin. They sent me regular resin, and they also sent me their new, let me pull this out, their new black epoxy as well. They sent me two. They sent me this one, and then they sent me a great big one. They were very, very generous in sending me all of this stuff. I mean, when the box came in, I was like, wow. They also sent me two of their rubber flex kits. So in this, you get the two, you get two 32-ounce polyurethanes, part A and B. Of course, you get stir sticks, which always come in handy. These gloves. There's 3 packages of gloves. And then the instructions. And I believe it is a 1-to-1 steel by ratio, or by weight. You can do it. It's a 10-minute fast cure, low viscosity. Resin is opaque, white after cured, high gloss. So it's kind of like all the others. So we're going to try that out today. This, and I'll probably use this in my, like I said, in my Valentine tray that I'm going to do, because it's not really going to be anything special because I'm wanting to put a decal on it. So I'm probably going to use their polyurethane. They did send me their 24 color kit mica powder, which I'm super, super excited about because I have not used any of their micas, and they've got some real pretty micas from what I've seen everybody else using. This says it's a purplish red. It looks to me like it's not really purplish. It looks like a red to me. And then they have wine red. So one of these I'm going to use in the mold. Not sure which one. Either it'll be either this one or it'll be, but their colors are pretty. There's a blue, there's a flow golden. I'm not going to go through all these, but there's a watermelon. No, here's my favorite color, teal. It says green, but it looks more teal to me. Here's a magic yellow and a yellow. This to me looks more like a lime green, which is really pretty. A dark blue. Then, of course, they have purple, another blue. This is Wathet. Oh, and a green blue, which is really pretty. But I may use the wine red, or I'll use the purplish red. I don't know. I'm going to see which one. But thank you, Bond Craftor. I really do appreciate it. And then we'll open up their black epoxy resin here. I'm going to do probably, I'll use this one first, before I open up the great big one, because I've already got one of these. Oh wow, and I get a holographic. Oh, I may do that today. It's kind of bent out of shape, but it'll be all right, just to test the. And so you get a, I know I'm probably really close to that camera. You get an 8 ounce of part B, and an 8-ounce of Part A, and it is a 1-to-1. And I got this in the mail, I believe, yesterday or the day before. The other stuff my rep was telling me that she was sending it to me. I didn't realize that I was getting all the resin and stuff with it, but and then this showed up at my door with this one. Nope, I take that back. I'm sorry. It was, yes, it was this and 3 split cups. So I got 3 split cups as well. You get in that, you get pipettes. They give you the 2 little cups. You get a holographic, I don't know if it's a glitter or a mica powder, which is really pretty. And then you get the holographic mold. And believe it or not, I have not one single holographic mold. So we're probably going to try this out today. This will be just a simple pour. It's just going to be black, no rhyme or reason, just testing it out. So with that being said, let me get this table cleaned up, and we will get started on the first tray. Give me just a minute. Okay, I am back. All right, so we got that all cleaned up and got it out of our way. So what I'm gonna do is, my initial thought was to go around this with the red, and hopefully not make a mess in the rest of my mold, since it's all going to be white. Well, I kind of wanted it to be pink because, like I said, I'm doing a Valentine themed, but however, I think it is going to be just the red in here, and then I'm going to do the white because the polyurethane is white, and I want to see what it's going to look like since I'm testing it out for them. And I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to set this up here so we know what we are doing. Let me pull this up just a tad because I want all that in the frame, because like I said, it is all about Bond Craftor, so I want to make sure I have all this in frame. Okay, and then there's the, okay, so I heard that these are better to use, and I have some of these somewhere. I don't know where I put them, but I am going to use this one. I'm just going to wipe it on my apron and get it cleaned off real good. I've got some that are a little bit longer, so I'm hoping that this is going to, and with the, I think I'm going to go with the wine red, to be honest, and I'm going to clean my mold, and I don't have any packing tape in here, so I am going to just use this Scotch tape here. I just pulled this out of the package. It's literally been in the package the whole time I've had it, so I don't know where all this is coming from, but, and I will put you guys on a fast forward after I get this started, because there's no sense. It'll be repetitive. It'll be repetitive, so there's no sense in you sitting here watching me, paint this whole thing. I'll get it started, and that way y'all can see, how I do it, what it looks like for, anyone that's new. And then I'll come back and we will get this mixed up and then get it poured in here. So let's see. I have not opened any of these yet. So let's see. I really want to lower this because I like to see that y'all know, that y'all can see me what I'm doing, but I still want to get this in here, you know, in the photo or in the video. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna do a little bit of this so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna go around here. And that's going to be a pain in the tailbone. So I'm just going to use my little brush like I always use. There will definitely be some cleanup, but that's okay. Not worried about the cleanup. Anytime you do molds like this, you're going to have cleanup. So just, you know, be prepared. So on the outside, that's what I'm doing. I'm just painting. I'm painting this. And then on the inside, I will do the same in here, just like so. Like this. So that way y'all can see what I'm doing. And you just do this all the way around your mold till you get it all painted. Then you go back in for your cleanup. Okay, so now y'all get the gist of how I'm doing this. So I will put you guys on a fast forward.
A little over the top, it won't be too much. I'ma put on the best show, I'ma dress up my best for you. Boy, you know I do. Oh, I'ma make you mine. Valentine said I'ma make you mine. Valentine, Valentine.
Okay, now that I got all that done, I'm going to clean this up. And I'll show you how I do that, and then I'll stop the video, and then we'll come back. But I'll show you how. So I'm going to take some alcohol on my little rag. And this might have been too much alcohol. And don't worry about if you accidentally bump it. You can go back in and fix it. Because trust me, when you're cleaning, you're going to be fixing as well. It happens to all of us, unfortunately, when you do this method. But I have put a little bit too much alcohol on my towel here. And usually I use normally I will try and use baby wipes, but you know, they don't have any in here, so I'm just using what I had. Okay, and I'm gonna wipe this off around this rim, because if I don't, I'm getting it all over my fingers. And then I'm just gonna keep applying it to my mold. So all right, so that's how you That's basically how you clean. You can use Q-tips, all sorts of different things to use, and more than likely I probably will use Q-tips down in here. I will have to, but you kind of got the idea of how to clean it now. So I'm gonna put y'all on, well, I'm not gonna put you on a time lapse, a fast forward, but I will just stop the video and I'll be back. Let me get this cleaned up and we will get to pouring some polyurethane. Be back in a bit. Okay, we are back. This really doesn't look red to me, and I'm hoping that it, I don't know, but I did find these, and I've had these for a really long time, and I thought maybe I would sprinkle, you know, a little bit down in there. Don't know what it's going to look like with that polyurethane, but I wanted to kind of put something in it, you know, to kind of make it look, you know, like it's for Valentine's, you know. And then I pulled out a bunch of glitters the other day, and I really like this color too. So I don't know, I may mix, I thought about mixing maybe a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you know, kind of like Claire says, just chunk it all in, you know, to chunk it all in kind of thing. But, you know, she can always make things look so pretty, but I'm afraid that it would mess it up. And then I have this pink, but that's not even gonna, I think I'm gonna stick with this, and hopefully it's gonna work. I don't even know how much this mold holds, to be honest. But I just kind of wanted, you know, something. These have, you know, hearts and lips and all kinds of things, and I've had these things for years, and I'm just trying to, you know, use the things that I have. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what this is going to look like, but we, oops, we shall see, right? I had a totally different idea in my head with these that I was going to use these for. It wasn't for this mold, but they were sitting here and I thought, why not, you know? Just like Claire says, just chunk it all in. Even though it is polyurethane, you know, I'm hoping that we're still gonna be able to see it. Um, you know, you want something to kind of look like it's, you know, for Valentine's Day. So I thought, what better way than these little hearts and things. And I have all kinds of DTFs that I'm going to look through. I bought some, or I got some a while back, some newer ones, but I've got some that are older that need to be kind of used. And I am going to kind of clean this area off, because I don't know if I want them. Well, you're not really going to see them if I put a decal there anyway. You're not going to see them. So, and these things are sticky, sticky, sticky to your hands. You can see how it's sticking to the mold here. And they're really sticking to that mold. I don't know what that's going to look like with that edge around it. But we're gonna find out, aren't we? I was trying to find something. I was hoping that was gonna turn out redder than what it did, and it really didn't. So that's why I'm kind of putting these around it, because it didn't turn out as red as I would have liked it to. I thought that was going to be a brighter red than that. And I have all kinds of glitters. I just didn't, I haven't pulled out all of my stash that I have. I have glitter out the wazoo. So, but that's going to do that, and I'll clean all this up here in a little bit. I just want to get my polyurethane going. I'm not really sure how much this mold holds. Like I said, I've never poured in this mold. I've had it, but I've never poured in it. So I'm kind of thinking about 6 to 8 ounces. It could be more than that, though. This comes in a 2-pack, and I'll have it listed in the link below, but it comes in a 2-pack. It's got a great bigger one, and then it's got this one, and then they also have one that's the oval shape, and I have both sets. And I totally forgot all about it until I'm trying to think of who it was I seen pouring in these molds, and I was like, I think I have those. And sure enough, I did. I have molds that I've had for years that I've never even opened, guys. Okay, let me get me on a pair of gloves. So, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to start with 8 ounces first. I know it says that it's a 10-minute, if I'm not mistaken, if that's what I read on the instructions, and I know that's what I read, and now I can't even remember what I did. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me reread these instructions just so I'm positive with what I'm talking about here. Yeah, it said a 10-minute fast curing. I'm gonna see how long it really. I mean, usually polyurethane, it cures real quick. I love that little heart. That is so cute. Okay, so it is 10 minutes. So, with that, I'm sitting here debating if I want to put anything else in this mold. Do I want to add some of this? So let me show you some of my Valentine stickers that I do have, that I just did get. Okay, so I have these little cow ones, and I thought about doing these. I really wanted to get rid of some of my older DTF stickers, and I still may pull those out, but these are ones that I've gotten recently, and I love these little Highland cows, and that's why I thought about the hearts and stuff, because I thought it would go perfect with these little cows. And I don't know, are those the same? Okay, so you get 2. Well, no. Okay, so you get 2 of those. So they are different. Okay. And those, I don't know, they're also cute. And I thought about doing this little tray for my granddaughter, because she loves Highland cows, and Valentine's Day's coming up, so just to put in her bathroom or whatever, but so I have those, and then I have these, and I was trying not to make this video too long. I'm needing some input, guys, and really, I really need you guys to start commenting for me. I know some people like long videos, some people don't. So I'm trying to keep it in between. but some of them are going to wind up being longer than others. And then there's that one. And then there's that one. And I thought this one was really cute. And then that one's really cute. All these are really stinking cute. Now this one would go because it has the lips in there. That one's stinking cute. And then you got Be Mine, and that one's really pretty. And I bought some of these also for hopefully maybe night lights. I'm not sure if these are going to be small enough for night lights. That'd be good for somebody that likes coffee. And I just love these little trucks. And I think that would be the perfect size on that little mold there. And then I've also have the oval ones, and I'll be doing some of those too. I'm trying to get a bunch of Valentine stuff out. Love you more than coffee? Depends on who, because I love my coffee. And then there's that one. So I think I will probably go with a Highland cow on this one. I may even do the bigger tray, just not paint that, especially with that red. That red I thought was way darker than that. But however, anyway, we're going to get the polyurethane going here. I'm going to start with 8 ounces. I have molds that, you know, I can pour extras into, not, you know, if I have too much. I've got molds already ready to go. I can fill these 2 little guys up here that I've started doing. I've got this one here that needs to be just topped off with something. This is our extras that I was just pouring into. And then I have another little mold up here that I can grab if I have to have it. So, all right. So we're going to do, I think I'll go with 8 ounces. Should I go 8 or should I go 6? It's decisions, you know, that's what makes it hard. Now, you do not want to put your, you can, and I have done it before. I've put my part B in and then part A, whatever, in the same cup. You can, you don't have to, but if you're confident, do it. If not, I would say mix them and, you know, do it in separate cups. That way you can just pour into the other one. But for the purposes of doing it the way it's supposed to be done, that's the way I'll do it today. I will, well, them little things got everywhere. Okay, that's what I wanted to happen. That just plopped right up and hit me right in the face. So be very careful when you go to open these containers. I mean, that thing hit me right in the mouth. I'll go here in a minute and wash my lips and all that. I don't know if it'll hurt you. I'm sure it's not good for you. Okay, so this is part A. And I'm going to go 4 ounces. Or should I do 3? Should I do 3, y'all? I don't know. I'm thinking that thing's going to hold at least 8 ounces or better. And I could be wrong, though. To be honest, it looks like about an 8 ounce. I'm gonna do 8. because that was my initial thought. Was 8. So I'm gonna go with my initial. I really need to go wash my lips off because I don't know why I feel like I can taste that, but I'm not licking my lips or anything, that's for sure. I'm just going to be super, super careful. So just know when y'all go to take that little cap off on this brand, be extremely careful because they hold it away from your face. Because these pop off easy. I'm so used to see some do and some don't. And this one ain't wanting to come off easy. Okay, there it goes. See how it splashes? Yeah, definitely. That's something I think they need to fix. Because if I would have been standing over it, it would have splashed on me again. So that is a for sure need to fix kind of flaw on the, either that or just don't put those plastic deals in there. They're good and I like them, but you know, with some brands they're super hard to get off and I complain, and then this one was really easy to get off, and then when it goes to come off, it's splashing. So yeah, Bond Craftor, that little insert in there is something y'all probably need to think about, because it is coming off super, super easily. So I mean, if I would have been standing it over again this time, it would have splashed on me again. So that's a definite either that or maybe just foil, like the foil. I don't know, that's just a suggestion, but anything would be, instead of it splashing up on people, because like I said, I just got it in on my lips and I've got to go get it off for sure. And that would have done the same thing if I would have been standing over it, but I had it far back enough that it didn't happen. I really wished we would we could get the pour spouts, because these jugs, they do not pour worth a darn, and then you waste the biggest part of your stuff because it doesn't want to pour out right. So the pour spouts would be amazing if we could get pour spouts. And that's got bubbles. Let's see if I'm... See, I'm not even to 4 ounces yet because of the bubbles. But yeah, it's... See, that's a mess. Yeah, we definitely need pour spouts. If y'all can maybe put those on the jugs, that would be awesome. So we're not wasting our stuff here. Okay. All right. But thank you. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump you. But thank you, Bond Craftor, for the product. Or shall I say products, because y'all sent me quite a bit, and I am very thankful. Let me scoot this back just a little, because I've got to be able to... Okay, I need to get a wooden stir stick. I've redone my area up here. I got rid of all the little cup deals, and I bought me some little storage drawers and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to pour part B into here. I'm just wondering if I ought to add like a color, you know, maybe a light pink tint to this. No, I think I'm going to leave it white. We're just going to go white. Now, I know you want to stir this until it gets clear, and you want to stir it until it starts getting really warm. But you got to stir till it's clear for sure. And you want to do it kind of quick, because you got to get it in there before it starts getting really hot. Okay, it should be already getting clear by now. And I'm still seeing strings. Okay, now it's getting clear. It's not getting warm yet, but I still got striations in there that... Okay, it's starting to get warm in my hand, just a little, not a whole lot. But I still got striations in here. Why? Okay. Let me scrape off my stick. And then let's start. Okay, it's getting warmer. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pour. Because I do not want this setting up in my hand. And please tell me that I did not mix up too much. Oh my gosh, did I really? Okay. Like I said, I've got a mold up here that I can get to pretty quick. Right here. Yeah, because it's on fire. It's already... Good thing I caught that real quick, because that thing was already... And there you go. And it's turning colors before your eyes, guys. So yeah, I did that just in the nick of time. And it wasn't all the way to the top like I like it, but oh, get out of there, little bubble. Let me get me up. Yeah, nothing I can do about the bubbles now. They're just going to be what they're going to be. They will be what they will be. But it's fine. It's not that huge of a deal. And I think I'll mix up some more and finish up this little boot here. Because that's for outside. It's a flower pot, and then I can just either paint it or just leave it white. It doesn't really matter. I just was having to grab something quick, and that's the closest thing I had to me. So, but yeah, this is what it does when it starts curing. So I know for all of y'all that have seen this before, y'all know what to expect. But just for the newer people that are just new to resin or just joining the resin side of it, I'll sit here and let that do for just a few minutes while I clean this up, and then I'll be back in about, I'm going to give it, I know it says 10 minutes. I'll come back in 10 minutes and check it to see, because if it's still hot, you don't want to mess with it, because of course it is hot, so you're going to burn your hands, so you don't want to mess with it. And I'm going to go wash my lips and stuff off and everything, so I will be back, because this is all it's going to do here. It's just going to finish curing, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes to check to see if it's hot. If it's not, then we will demold. Be back in a bit. Alright guys, we are back, and all this is cooled off enough. It took way longer than 10 minutes, that's for sure. And just a few minutes ago it was still really bendy, but I want to go ahead and get these out of here first, because I've had these in here for a while. I don't even remember what they are. Okay, these are the little, and these are just extras. Okay, this was just the giveaway mold. I just pour all my extra pours in here, and I'll, just give it away in somebody's order, or I don't know, we may have a drawing on it. Now granted, if you are not interested in winning it, don't just let me know. Oh, this is a little booger to get out of here, isn't he? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to pull this little bad boy up to my stomach, I guess. Maybe not, I don't know. Nope, there he goes. Okay, and then this is my little bear, and I'll probably highlight his little nose, and maybe, I don't know how to, this was just an extra pour too. I am going to file the bottom off. I may color his little heart in, give him a little diamond, do something maybe with this face, and that'll be a giveaway. Like I said, with this one, I just really wanted to see, what it looked like. I knew it was a matte mold, but it's really cute because of the birds. I loved this. This was so pretty. Next time I will do it totally different. I'll probably paint it, if that's even possible. But or paint, what I can on it, and all that. So, but yeah, I was super excited to see how this was really going to come out, because when I bought it, it was a gorgeous mold. In fact, I've been filling it up. You can see there's brown, red, pink, blue, white. Okay, now for the star of the show. This is what I'm excited to see how it turned out. I don't see any powder, so that's good. It's got a little bit of a suction. Yep, it all come out pretty clean. As far as the powder, I've got to get some tape and get that off. All this was inside. It floated, so it was inside the deal. Got to file this down. It's pretty sharp, so I'm gonna file that down. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, how stinking cute is that? Now that is adorable. Oh, super happy with that. Oh, wow. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, there's one little bitty bubble right there. I could fill it in with UV resin. But, it's just going to my grandbaby, so I'm not worried about it. But we didn't get very many bubbles, just under that little lip. But now how adorable is that, guys? That is super, super cute. I think what I'm going to do, I think I may go around the edges. I don't know if I ought to do pink or if I ought to do red. That's a lot of pink there. I wonder if I take a red metallic marker to this and then put, clear on them. I think I have some red ones. Let me look and see. I have quite a few. I know I have black. Let's see what all I have in here. I've got several white, several multicolor. I thought I did get some red ones, but I'm not. Nope, I've got purple, blue, well, purple and teal, but no red. Can you believe that? No red. Out of all these that I have a big thing of black ones, and I don't even hardly use black at all. And then I've got teal. I've got purple, which purple would work, but it's just not a Valentine color to me. Well, now I've got these red in here, and that's probably about the perfect size to go around. We'll see what the red's going to look like. And then, well, now there's a lighter pink. And then we've got darker pinks. Yeah, I'll see what the red looks like around it. And if I like it, we'll do the red. I know these colors don't match. I guess I need to get some more. I thought I had a red. I need to order a red, I guess. And do that. The boot, The boot is not ready. I've got to I've got to finish filling that up. I want to move my mold because I don't want garbage in my mold here. Let's turn these upside down. Actually, let me just move them over here. And then let me pull out my drawer. It's got all of my bits and all my sanding. Nope, these aren't my sanding ones. I have several of these drills, and I just got this one from Resiners. I purchased it. They did not give that to me. I had to purchase it. In fact, I haven't gotten anything free from them at all. Everything that I get from Resiners, I've paid for. Bond Craftor, of course, I've gotten. Okay. This really isn't the right. I'm going to have to get there. Unfortunately, when I bought this, it didn't come with the sanding things. So more than likely, I'm going to have to get their sanding blocks. But you just want to go around it like this and just file off that edge. These are just nail trimming stones. I figured they would probably work better as long as they're not sharp or she can cut herself, you know. That's all I'm concerned about. I just don't want it to be sharp or she's going to cut herself. And just be really careful when you do this because they will slip. And then you're going to have a bigger mess to try to clean up. You know, if you slip and hit, you know, any of your piece down here. So just be aware it can slip on you. Like it did me just a second ago. Especially if you hit like a bump or something like that, like I did. But it's smoothing those edges really well. And you can go in and smooth out some of your bubbles like that, and you'll never even know you had a. I really like this little tool here because it's I don't necessarily know that it's the drill, but it's definitely the sanding stone for sure. Because you can see how it's just taking that edge right off. Let's try this one and see. I'm hoping I got the right thingy in here though, because that one was just a little too soft. But I mean, it's taking the rough edge off. I really like the nail ones, the metal nail better for stuff like this than the sandpaper. I just don't like the sandpaper at all. Let's try this one and see. Okay, and here's where I got that big bubble in it earlier. Oh yeah, no, that one's a lot better. Okay, let me go back around. Let me go back around this. Yep, this one's taking it off really well. Even where I had that little bubble right there, smoothed it out real good. Like I said, I didn't get the kit, you know, the sanding kit with this. I did get the drill bits, but I didn't get the sanding. So I may have to buy their sanding kits that go with this. I've wanted to try it out, and then it's, to be honest, it's no different than any other sander. That you can get. See how that slipped and it made that indentation? And that came right out. And with these sanding stones here, I don't know until, like I said, until I get to the resin side of it. I won't know if it needs to be buffed or whatever. But it's doing real well on this polyurethane pieces. And make sure that you're wearing your, you know, your mask and all that stuff. I know I'm not, but that's because I'm having to talk and all that. But just make sure you're wearing your proper PPE when you're sanding anything really, whether it be polyurethane or resin or anything. I'm gonna clean this up. But yeah, just make sure you're wearing safety glasses when, you know, doing this sanding, because make sure, you know, you got a window or something open, or air purifier on. I don't have my air purifier on, sorry. Y'all wouldn't have been able to hear me. I didn't have a mask on. I normally do. Didn't have a mask on because y'all wouldn't have heard me. And my purifier that I have is just a regular purifier that I bought from Amazon. I don't have anything special. And I think that little cheap one that I bought, I think I gave probably, maybe, I'll have it all linked in the description of everything that I used today. So now the glitter, I'm not sure. Like I said, I had that when I first started back in 2019. So if I can find it, I will link it. But if not, you can get this stuff. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, just about anywhere. And like I said, you know how it jumps. Just be careful with that. But it is smooth. No cutting, nothing. So that's good. Oh, I don't know why I put it away. I got to do this little guy. What did I really wish Bond Craftor would come out with some tools and stuff. You know, like Resiners and Let's Resin has. I really wish Bond Craftor would come out with some. I do know, and I am going to say this, they do now have molds on the molds. And I'll show you what the mold looks like. It's got, let's see. It's got crystals here. It's got a shell there, a starfish. Looks like little pearls. It's a conch tray or conch shell, and it's got starfish inside. Can y'all see that up in there? There's another shell there on the side. So they have shells, and oh, and there's a heart right there, and that's what that looks like, is a heart right there. These kind of look like a there's another heart. Oh, I may pour this today. This kind of does look like an into resin mold. I don't know. Like I said, I bought it from Bond Craftor. I do know that it's a third party thing that is doing it for them, but they are selling these now, and guys, they're selling them for a lot cheaper. I mean, they have literally made it to where these are affordable for all of us. You know, they're not crazy expensive like, you know, other companies are. These are very inexpensive. They're not out of reach to where you can't afford them. I think this mold here was maybe $30 or $32, something around in there. It was in the $30 range. So, you know, they're not they're not making it to where it's so far out of reach that nobody could buy any of these. And that's one thing that I do like. Um because I love into resin molds, but they're so expensive I can't afford them, you know. I have bought some from them, but I can tell you, if Bond Craftor keeps it up with these molds, I'll be buying and getting from Bond Craftor, because they're very, very affordable. So y'all go check out their website, and if there's any molds on there that y'all see, you know, my discount code is linked in the description box for Bond Craftor, and pick you up some molds. You know, let that be your Valentine present to yourself. Just tell hubby that, hey, I'm buying my own Valentine's present. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, since I know who it's for, and I know the those will get picked off anyway. So just because I know how she is. Now my next thing is to find one of these that I like to go onto here. Some with maybe a little bit more, red. In it. Now this one's cute. It's super cute. This one's really cute. She's got quite a bit of pink though. Definitely staying away from this, even though it is super, super adorable. Oh gosh, so hard to decide. This one's really cute, and it would give it color, I think. It would kind of break the pink and the red up quite a bit, I think. She doesn't drink coffee, so I'm not putting that one. This one here, because it's brown, it might break up some of the pink, but it's got quite a bit of pink in it. This has got a lot of red. So I think what I'll do, and well, this would break up This would break up some of the pink. Okay, so now that I've narrowed it down, let me do this. And we'll see which one looks better. Since I've kind of got it narrowed down to which ones I'm thinking about. So it's going to be between these two here and that one. Okay, let me stand up so I can see. I really thought these were bigger than what they are. Oh, I don't know. I like that one. That one's adorable. And then this one. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking this one, because this one's just a little too small, I believe. And it's got quite a bit of pink in it. Now this little guy here, I don't know, he might be okay. I say it's a guy, I don't know, it could be a girl. Let me try this one, because it does look like this one's a little bit bigger because he's standing up. Let's see what I think about this one. Go ahead and trim some of it off so I can get it. Well, it don't matter. They're all the same darn size, aren't they? Okay, so I say between this one and this one. Let me look at those two sitting side by side. This one we're going to go with. Okay. I know, it takes forever, doesn't it? I do try to cut these, you know, close, just so you don't see the outline. Of the paper. Normally you don't anyway, but just for the sake, and I'm going to put on a pair of gloves because I don't want that transferring my fingerprints. And I know they do sometimes. And I'm hoping these are not just film. I'm hoping these are actually stick. Oh. Well, what's up with that? Okay, this better not be what I'm thinking it's going to happen. Let me scrub this down because it's tearing up. These are brand new. I just bought these. And I believe I got them on Amazon. And I'm trying to get this whole thing off of here without it tearing up. Now, normally a DTF sticker doesn't do that unless it's old. Now, if it's old, they will, and they're hard to get apart. Okay. All right, I'm just going to put one glove on, just so I can see my middle here, because it's really kind of hard to gauge your middle with I think it's about right there is what I think. And you just take and you press down real firm, burnish it down real good so you can get that top layer off. And when you start peeling this off, if any of the decal comes up, lay it back down, burnish it again, and keep going at it until it peels off smoothly. And peel gently, because it's a possibility that it could come off. All right, there we go. No bubbles. Perfect. Right in the center. And there you go. And I will probably put a thin layer of resin over the top of this, just, so she doesn't peel it off. Because I know this kid, she will try to peel it off. But I'll do that. Y'all have seen how to pour resin. Y'all don't need to watch that. If you don't know how to mix it, you don't know how to, if you're new and you don't know how to mix it, you don't know how to pour it and all that, go back to some of my previous videos, and I go step by step on how to do it, how to pour it, how to mix it, and everything, and watch one of my other videos, and you'll know how to mix resin and all that. Because I mean, a lot of people already know how to do that, so I'm not gonna take up a lot of people's time by explaining and demonstrating how to do the resin when you can go back and watch one of the other videos. So with that being said, guys, I will see y'all in the next video. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And don't forget to join the Facebook group. We had a new person that joined the other day, so I'm super excited about that. We have 3 members in our Facebook group now. So you guys come on over and join the Facebook group, and that way you can show off all your crafts and everything that you do, and share it to everybody and all that, and meet new friends and all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope to see you guys over in the Facebook group. The link will be in the description box for the Facebook group, and everything will be linked in the description box with Bond Craftor, because this was a Bond Craftor collab. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.